Hi, everybody. It's Patrick. How are you? I have a bunch of questions. I was going to do a second live, I was going to make a video and kind of make it the in between. And then I thought, no, you know what? I'm just going to save everything and I'm going to do it all this week. So I have all the questions that you asked last week, plus you jump in and ask whatever you want today. Okay. So here's my list. Hi. So I love this question. What do post shower sprays do, and do they work? So here's what they do. What they do is they actually bond with like the soap and whatever that's on the walls of the shower and make it go down the drain so it doesn't stick to the shower itself. Do they work? Honestly, they do work if you absolutely use them every single time. The first time you don't use them, you get the buildup. And once you get the buildup on the shower sprays don't work. So I just like really kind of using my scrub brush on my shower once a week. And, I just have great results with that. Hey, Jenny. So that's the answer. Technically, yes. I think, if you wanted to use something, I would just use vinegar and water, and you're going to really get a better result with that. It's not truly a post-shower spray, but it will work. Okay, do you know what's funny? I've never seen an ORECK iron. That's very interesting. Now, I will tell you, I have absolutely loved my ORECK floor polisher, and it's been amazing. So it feels like their products seem to be really good, but I'll be honest, I've never used their iron. I don't know. I've never seen one. Email me a picture of it. I'm just kind of curious about it. Hey, Christina. What do you think about laundry sanitizers is my next question. So laundry sanitizers, what they do is they help remove odor because they sort of sanitize. You know what else does that? Oxygen bleach. And oxygen bleach is so much cheaper than a laundry sanitizer, but they basically work the same way. You can use it exactly the same way. And as you know, I think oxygen bleach is a really wonderful thing for laundry. Oh, I love this. And I'm going to read the question as she wrote it so you don't think I'm picking on anybody. How can I remove the smell of Tide? I actually get this question a lot. I get it a lot because people like to buy at thrift or at estate sales and those sorts of things. And they've been washed with, a detergent that has a lot of fragrance in it. I find that if you wash it with vinegar 3 or 4 times, it'll come out. If that doesn't work, I'm going to tell you, and this isn't the greenest answer, but it's greener than throwing away the clothes. You can actually use sudsy ammonia as your detergent. You don't need soap or whatever. If you use sudsy ammonia, just only use sudsy ammonia and wash the clothes with it, and it will for sure take that out. What are the signs it's time to get a new washing machine besides the obvious that it dies? There's a few things to know. Washing machines the clothes will come out less clean, and you'll have been used to them being clean and they're not as clean. That's one. The one thing that I have noticed, because people have asked me multiple times, is it doesn't drain completely. Like it seems to leave water. And I think that's actually a buildup of like calcium in the pipes if you have that as a problem. The other thing is it will like stop. It'll start washing and it will just stop and you have to restart it. Those are really good signs it's time to get a new washer. But the big thing is your clothes aren't as clean. I submitted a couple of questions last week. I'm here today. Oh, well, hi, Susan. If I don't answer your question, you ask it again. I'm going through right now. How do you wash a feather duvet? I love this question. Love it. You wash it in a front loader machine. It's always better to use a front loader machine for a duvet or for feathers. It's much easier to use. So wash, if you have to go to a laundromat, go ahead. Use a tiny bit of soap. If you don't use soap flakes and use something else, fine. But go buy yourself some down wash or at least some hosiery wash. You want something that's going to rinse completely clean. Don't use very much. Use the amount for a regular load, even though a duvet is a large thing. Wash it like normal, the express cycle, warm water, cold rinse, fast spin. And if it is a duvet or if it's feather pillows, just go ahead and throw it right into the dryer with 3 tennis balls. It's going to dry, and the tennis balls are actually going to beat the loft back into the feathers. It's going to be an amazing thing. If for some reason it's a sleeping bag or it's your parka, your down parka, you're putting it away, hang it to dry and then throw it in with 3 tennis balls and let it air fluff. You don't actually want to put a water repellent finish in the dryer because it'll minimize that finish. Oh, I love this too. How do you get jewelry tarnish off of white cashmere? First of all, can I just say I like your style? Because I think white cashmere is a very glamorous thing. So that tarnish is actually, it's kind of like rust. There's 2 ways you can take it off. The easier way is going to be to use like oily soap, like stain solution from the laundress or Murchison Hume, or spa remover from Archipelago. You can also squeeze a lemon on it because it's white. You can squeeze a lemon on it and set it in the sun. I would not do that with color. Oh, I love this question too. And it's funny because it reminded me of Ina Garten for some weird reason. Somebody said, what do you mean when you say really good dish soap? What I mean is, in my world, I use dish soap that is plant-based, so it's safe, but its efficacy is very high. Sometimes you have to trade the efficacy for green, or you trade green for the efficacy, and I won't do that. So a really good dish soap is green, so I'm comfortable putting my hands into it, but it's also wildly effective. I'll tell you the brands I have in the store that I think live in the world of really good dish soap, but there are certainly others. Home Court, I love Antica Farmacista, I love The Times, and I love Farmhouse. I love and Murchison Hume. Their dish soap we were out of forever. But I had a bottle of Murchison Hume that lasted me like 3 years. It's so thick. So I like those because they work. So if you have a pizza pan or a lasagna pan that's greasy and gross, it comes right off. But I also feel comfortable putting my hands in it, and that's not always true. So those are, in my mind, really good dish soaps. But they're thick. Usually really good dish soap has less water, so it's very, very thick and very viscous. Turning the page. But what questions do you all have? Oh, I love this too. How much soap flakes? What's the quantity of soap flakes for a few shirts? Really, if you're just going to hand wash a few shirts, it's a pinch. And what I do anytime I'm going to hand wash, I put the pinch of soap flakes in like a mug or a mason jar, cover it with really hot water and stir to dissolve, and then dump the liquid into the sink. And the reason I do that is you can dissolve the soap flakes by putting them in the sink and just swishing with your hands, but it's really easier to swish them in a little mason jar. I actually put the lid on the mason jar and shake it, but you can also swish with like a little whisk or a fork or something. So those are the questions I have, but what questions do you have? I will tell you, it was laundry day, Tuesday, so it's been a wild week. We're still packing orders. I think it's probably going to take 2 weeks to get all the orders caught up, which is amazing. My laundry nemesis is jackets with stains on the front. Okay, well, you're going to win against your nemesis because jackets usually are wool or poly and use oily soap. Okay, you're saying it's polyester, so there it is. So polyester, down, mystery stain, looks like grease. Amedex, another is nylon jacket with grease on it. You've tried vinegar, oily soap, bar and scrub brush. Okay, hold on. Sorry, I'm trying to scroll without hiding your comments. and oxygen bleach, but these stains persist. I'd go to Amedex. It probably is grease, and you probably need something that will cut it out. I will tell you, if they're downfilled, you can wash them with sudsy ammonia if you want to. I used to use sudsy ammonia to wash my cashmere sweaters. So you can if you want to, but I would use Amedex. How would you recommend cleaning or washing a print on fabric that's on a frame, like canvas, thin material? It's an art form canvas material. Okay. I would not try to wash it. What I would try to do is I would use a little bit of soap and some water and then whip it into suds, dip the towel in, and wipe very, 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 very gently. Very gently. The thing is, those inks are not necessarily meant to be fabric safe. So very, very gently. Very gently. Yes, Susan, I'm going to go with Amedex, and I would let it rest on there a couple of hours before I washed it. Been on there a long time, and now when I pull them out, it's damaging. Pull them off. Start to pull them off. Is it damaging the fabric? That's the reason I'd go to Amedex. I wouldn't want to use something that I had to scrub. I want to use something that's going to work chemically, not work manually. So I'd put Amedex on, I'd let it rest, and then I'd run. Then the other thing I would do is let it rest. This is a really good trick, is turn it to really hot water and run the hot water straight through it. There are recommendations to say to use solvents. Hold on one sec. Sorry. Hang on, let me pull out my glasses. To dry clean. I think I would use Amedex. I'm going to go back to Amedex. I know it's safe and it works very, very well. How do you move dry cleaning spray from silk? You can wash it. You can also steam it like a lot, like really steam it with a steamer. That usually will work. Steamer is really good for silk to clean it. My Lululemon pants tend to pill. There really isn't a way to stop them from pilling, but there is a way to minimize it. Wash them in a mesh bag. Always use the express cycle, because pilling is when fabric rubs together. So if you can avoid it rubbing together, they're going to pill a lot less. Okay, hang on. We got a little hiccup here. There we go. The last three questions are about a couch. Oh, to clean the stains off of a couch, I will tell you the trick here is to treat it just like you do on fabric. It's just you have to blot to rinse. And you want to blot with clear water until everything runs clear, then blot it dry, then use a hairdryer, and you won't get a ring. The best way to wash thermals made from modal and cashmere, I would wash them in a mesh bag, super, super tight, in a mesh bag with soap flakes. Amedex to remove tape from the couch, that will absolutely work. So will stain solution from the laundress or from Murchison Hume. Just let it on, gently scrape it with like the edge of a credit card or something, and then blot it to rinse. Getting paint speckles off faux leather Birkenstocks. Hey! I would try orange oil and I'd pray. I use my glasses again. How would I clean Aran wool sweaters? I'd wash them in soap flakes, because you don't want to wash out the lanolin, and that's actually what soap flakes were originally made for, was to wash wool without removing the lanolin. Would just vacuuming the print on the frame material be better? I would start with vacuuming it. Oh, it's not stained, it's just been on the wall. Oh, in that case, I would vacuum it like crazy, and I'd steam it super gently and vacuum it a second time. How to prevent print cracking on fabric? What causes this in the wash? Usually, it's washed too long. The cycle's too long. And if you're a fabric softener user, that will cause the print to crack immediately. So I doubt you're a fabric softener user if you're watching, but if you are, stop, because it will cause the print to crack immediately. The fabric softener actually loosens the print and allows it to bend more. You know, graphic tees, like concert tees, I can always tell when they've been used. Oh, the feather dew, I answered it right at the beginning. It's the very first thing I answered. So rewatch this, but I'll just tell you super fast. Front loader soap flakes. Express cycle, warm water, cold rinse, fast spin. Toss in the dryer with 3 tennis balls. Yeah. Oh, shoot. Oh, it's 1:45. Wow, we flew through this. Let's see. Oh, thank you so much, Susan. That's so sweet of you. Anyway, it's 1:45, and I try to keep it at 15 minutes. So everybody, thank you so much. I will see you next week because we're back on schedule. And thanks, and happy laundry week. I'll see you next week. Bye.